Good morning 9th class students. In previous class I completed tongue topic in sense organs. Four sense organs we learned in previous classes, that is eye, ear, nose, tongue. Now I will explain about last sense organ, that is skin. We know that skin helpful for touch. We feel the cool breeze with the help of skin by touching. Now I will draw the diagram of skin, very important in the exam point of view. Along with me, you also draw the diagram of skin in your NS notebook with sharpened pencil. See here. Now I will draw the diagram of skin. See. You also draw along with me. You also draw along with me. You also draw the diagram, the skin as sense organ, very important in the exam point of view, along with the eye. Already we learned how to draw the diagram of eye, ear, skin. These three diagrams are very important in the exam point of view. One is very important diagram, one is eye, next one is ear, third one is skin. Skin helpful to touch the objects. Without seeing also, we can say what thing you touched. Without sense also, with the help of skin. Skin have receptors known as tactile receptors. The receptor which useful for touch is known as tactile receptors. Already explained in previous classes. Receptors are the cells which present in sense organs, helpful to detect the objects. So here skin, if you will observe in skin, we can find out majorly two parts, that is epidermis and inner part is called dermis. If you will observe in skin, we can find out majorly two parts, upper epidermis, lower dermis. If you will observe in skin, we can find out different structures. That is, this is called hair follicles. We can find out hair also coming from skin only in epidermis layers and arranged to the epidermis. And these are called sweat pores. These are called sweat glands. And these are called fat globules, and this is blood vessels, and this is nerve. So this is about skin. Skin consists of majorly two glands. Two glands present in skin. One is sweat glands. Second one is sebaceous glands. Do you know about the functions of sweat glands and sebaceous glands? Sweat glands helps to produce sweat. Do you know? Sweat is the waste products. Sweat ante that means waste products are come outside of the body in the form of sweat. Sweat majorly consists of water and salts. These sebaceous glands produce sebum, simply called as oil. This sebum helpful to keep skin oily. Do you know these two glands are present in the skin? Already we learnt in 8th class. Sebaceous glands and sweat glands are more active during adolescence period. No. So sweat gland produce sweat. How sweat will be produced? I will explain now. If you look during skin, we can find out blood vessels. No. Blood vessels consist of blood. Do you know? Blood consists of several waste materials. So, when temperature is high, our skin produce sweat. No? How sweat will be produced? Now I will explain. When during severe hot conditions, the blood get heated up. The blood get heated up, and so the waste materials present in the blood get evaporated and come outside through a pores known as sweat pores. When the temperature is very high only, we produce more sweat. No? So when temperature is high, the blood already below the skin we can find out blood vessels. See here, blood vessels. Blood vessels consist of blood. During high temperatures, severe high temperature, the blood get heated up, and the materials present in the blood, waste materials like extra salts, come outside along with water in the form of water vapor through sweat pores and outside. That's why if you will observe during summer season, we can find out deposition of salts on skin. Sweat come outside. Do you know sweat consists of water and salts? Water is lighter than salts. No. Water may evaporate from our skin and the salts deposited on the skin. That's why during summer season we can find out some salt on skin and cloths. That is due to sweat. And here we can find out nerves. Nerves carries touch information from skin to brain and brain to skin. Here we can find out hair follicles. We can find out some hair on skin. No. These also developed from dermis. Do you know? Already we learnt in 3rd lesson animal tissues. Flat lobules. Here inside of the skin we can find out a tissue called adipose tissue. This adipose tissue stores fats. This adipose tissue present below the skin helps to store fats. So this is about skin. Skin is a sensory organ. Along with skin also play an important role in excretion. So skin also acts as excretory organ. Do you know different types of receptors present in skin? For example, pain. For pain, we can find out nociceptors. Nociceptor means different types of receptors present in the skin for different senses. For example, if you will observe for pain, nociceptors. Nociceptors helpful to detect the pain. And pressure. Pressure means tactile receptors tactile receptors for touch. Tactile receptors for touch. And also Pacinium corpuscles. Pacinium corpuscles for pressure. Thermoreceptors for temperature, whether it is cool or hot. So there are 4 types of receptors which we learned in this section. One is nociceptors, second one is tactile receptors, pacinium corpuscles, thermoreceptors. Nociceptors helpful to detect the pain with the help of skin. These all receptors present in the skin which helpful to identify different senses like pain, touch, pressure, temperature. Tactile receptors which helpful to detect the touch. When you will touch the objects without seeing also we can say whether which objects you touched with the help of tactile receptors. Pressure. Pacinium corpuscles which helpful to detect pressure. And temperature, it will be cool and hot, can be identified by thermoreceptors. These all receptors present in the skin identify different senses. Do you know what is the color of skin? What is the color of skin? The color of skin is due to a pigment known as melanin. Do you know? Melanin is a pigment which give color to the skin. Melanin is a pigment which will give color to the skin. Now, skin diseases. Do you know? So, some diseases also occurs to the skin, viral diseases and bacterial diseases. Viral diseases means measles and chicken pox. These two are caused due to viral disease, due to virus. Measles, in Telugu it is called Tattu. Chicken pox, in Telugu it is called Atalamma or Ammavar. And a bacterial diseases that is called leprosy. Do you know? Leprosy is, in Telugu it is called Kushtuvyadi. It is caused by a bacteria known as Mycobacterium leprae. So it is a disease which caused due to bacteria. Another disease that is called pellagra. We will discuss about pellagra in 10th class. Now I will explain about pellagra briefly. It is due to deficiency of vitamin B3, simply chemical name is niacin. Niacin is a vitamin simply called as B3. Deficiency of niacin causes a disease called pellagra. Do you know pellagra is a skin disease? Leukoderma. Leuko means white, derma means skin. If you observe some people, we can find out white skin. What is the reason? That is due to lack of melanin pigment. Lack of melanin pigment. Lack of melanin pigment causes a disease called leukoderma. Leuko means white, derma means skin. If you observe in such people, we can find out hair also will be faded color like white color or different color, that is called leukoderma. These are the diseases which occurs to the skin, and along with these some mites means arthropods like scabies. Scabies is caused by itch mite. Itch mite. Itch mite means it belongs to arthropod, microarthropod. Scabies. So these are the diseases which occurs to skin. If any disease occurs to skin means you have to consult a doctor known as dermatologist. A doctor called a dermatologist. He is a doctor which treat on skin diseases. Dermatologist. Study of skin is called dermatology. So that is called, study of skin is called dermatology. The doctor which treats skin disease called a dermatologist. If any disease occurs to your skin means you have to consult a doctor known as dermatologist. So these are the diseases which occurs to skin. Viral diseases like measles, chickenpox, bacterial diseases like leprosy, leukoderma. It is a disease which occurs to skin due to lack of melanin pigment. And another disease called pellagra. It is also a skin disease which occurs due to lack of vitamin B3 niacin. In some people, this vitamin is not present in their body, causes a disease called pellagra. Scabies is also a disease which caused by microarthropod itch mite. So this is about skin diseases. So this is about skin. The fifth sense organ, last sense organ, that is called skin. Skin helpful to detect the touch. Without skin, we can't touch feeling, no? And different receptors present in the skin which helpful to identify the sense of objects, touch sense of objects. So there are two glands present in the skin known as sweat glands and sebaceous glands. Along with the sense, skin also play an important role as excretory organ. The same waste materials like sweat, sebum. Sebum also produced in the form of from skin. Waxes also produced from skin. Means skin acts as both sensory organ and as well as excretory organ. So this is about skin. In the next class, I will explain about keywords which related to sense organs. Up to here, we learned 5 sense organs: eye, ear, nose, skin, tongue. In the next class, I will revise the total lesson once again. Okay, thank you children. We'll meet in next class.